Hi, I'm Jen.
I'm Mike.
Today what we're going to do is we're going to work a little bit on the different hand positions that you're going to get while you're facing a boxer, or you're sparring, or wrestling, or whatever. Right? You're going to get into different hand positions, and if you think about it, there's only a couple that you're going to get into. All right? One is one hand in, one hand out, right? One hand is inside, one hand is outside, okay, of Mike's arm. Then if I just switch to go the other way, one hand is out and the other hand's inside, right? Okay, then of course we have both hands outside, okay? And both of my hands now inside, okay? Then we also have is cross arm. So cross arm, both hands crossed, cross arm chi sao, right? Okay. Also, we can do the inside, cross arm inside. Okay. And then opposite, right? All right. So cross arm on the other side or inside, right? So really, that's the only hand positions that you're ever going to have to deal with, unless I'm missing something. I really don't think so. But so when you're doing chi sao, you're doing your chi sao drills, you should try to practice all these different elements, okay? So when you're doing chi sao with your partner, typically you start one hand in, one hand out, okay? And then we roll, okay? All right. Then to get to the other side, now what I'm going to do, okay? Now watch. This is my low tan, my tan sao hand, right? Now from the low tan sao, okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my wrist out, okay? And when I come out, right? When I come out, I'm going to come towards Mike's center like I'm going to try to punch, okay? But if his arm's in my way, then I stop, okay? The other hand keeps moving, right? Right? Then we can roll. Keep going, okay? Now both my hands are outside Mike's, okay? This is called low tan switch. So from here, Mike, he's on the other side. Mike's hand is in low tan. He's going to drop, he's going to roll, and when he cycles, he's going to come to the top, and his hand is going to come towards me, right? And then now we've just switched, okay? Now I'm outside of Mike's arm on this side and inside on the other hand, right? So we've just switched. So this is called low tan switch. So from here, and either person can start this drill. One hand low tan. I'm in the low tan here. I'm going to drop out, roll, and when I come up, right, my hands to center line, right, and we keep going. Right? Now Mike is going to do the same thing on the other side, and now we've switched again. Okay? So doing this drill, okay, if Mike goes, he's low tan, he rolls, he comes to the top. Now my both hands are inside. Mike's both hands are outside. Okay? Right?
Like this.
Yeah. Right? So then from low tan on this side, now I'm just going to roll, come up, and now we're rocking and rolling on the other side. So this is an easy way to switch. Right? Switch. Mike starts, I finish, okay? And it doesn't have to be on the same cycle. See, Mike switches, and then I switch on the other side. See, we're basically doing it almost same cycle, right? You can do it this way. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. I start at the low tan, and Mike rolls, and at the same cycle, so that it's like a smooth transition. But maybe I want my hands both on, or maybe Mike wants, or for whatever reason, I want to practice both hands inside. So Mike rolls out, see, and I just stay here. See, now both of my hands are inside. Okay, maybe I want to develop my both hands in. Okay, develop this position, make it stronger. Okay. All right. If not, then I just roll out one hand, okay, and now we're in a fair one hand out, one hand in. Okay. Now a couple of things I want you guys to practice. All right. Some of the mistakes people make. Okay. All right. I'm a little tired today. All right? I don't know why. Oh, because I just ate. I just ate. I had McDonald's. Is that bad? That's the only thing open around here. That's the problem, right?
So.
This late at night, right? But anyway, it made me sleepy. All right, so from here, one thing I want you guys to work on is when you do the low tone switch, okay? Can you see this, Tanya? Right, really get it close up, right? When you do the low tone switch, okay, right here, I have forward intent, and I have the Indiana Jones, okay? Now, when I'm rolling my wrist, okay, one thing is, see my elbow here? I don't want it to swing out, because if I swing out, yeah, Mike's just going to plow. He feels no pressure. He doesn't feel my body structure anymore, okay? So you can't practice this elbow out. This is no good, all right? So right here, right, I have my body pressure in. We're meeting structure to structure, gunslinger hip, gunslinger hip. Right? So when I do this low tone switch, I have to make sure that I maintain this bridge, okay? Maintain that bridge, see? I don't let go of Mike's wrist, okay? If I let go of Mike's wrist, yeah, he's going to come in, right? So when I do this, right, I want to roll, but right away stick to Mike, okay? I want to stick to Mike, okay? So he feels like the pressure is constant, okay? It's not here, this pressure, and then it gets relaxed, too loose. And you also can't do too much. The pressure here is I maintain the Indiana Jones, but then when I roll, I give him too much pressure. Yeah, then he's going to do something else. He's going to cut, lop, which was a good choice too, right? You understand? So he's going to play with that energy. That's like I always tell you guys in Chi Sao. Try not to break your ideal angle. See? Because when you do that, see, once I'm up here and then I start to reach towards Mike, see, my angle starts to break. I'm pushing too much. See, once you're pushing too much, I'm not in his master bedroom yet, right? So I should not be pushing. But if I push too much, then he's going to play with that energy. Okay. The only time you guys should be extending your angle is when you're in the master bedroom, right? Once Mike switches, he rolls out, and he comes in with that hand, lop, yeah, lop. Now he's here, now he's in my master bedroom. Now he should extend the angle. That's the time to do it, okay? Other than that, okay, you really should, you have to be listening to each other's arms, and you have to have this ideal angle, okay? That's so important. But in Chi Sao, I see that mistake a lot. All right, especially when you guys playing Chi Sao, and then Mike he finds a hole, but he doesn't step. He just reaches and punch. Yeah, see, or just stop. See, his angle is gone. His footwork is not coming in. Right, he's still here. Okay, but his arm is fully extended. Right. He's already, it's like a gun. He's already fired. He can't do any more damage to me like this, okay? So this is not good, right? We know that, right? So you don't want to play Chi Sao like that, right? Where Mike finds a hole and then he reaches. See, he breaks the angle to reach to my master bedroom, right? We already know this is not good, right? It's not good training, and you're going to just injure each other, and it's going to teach you so many bad habits. Right? So if you do feel an opening, right, he wants to step in. Yeah, see? Right? Right? That's what you got to do, right? It's when you feel your elbow wanting to reach, then you step. You step with the elbow. That way you maintain the same angle. Right? That was great. Okay? So back to the switch. So when we switch, very important, maintain that pressure. Okay? Maintain your elbow position. Right? Okay? So we're doing low tone switch. Low tone, I switch, and then Mike's going to switch on the other side. Okay? And you should practice all the different hand positions. Okay? So here. Alright? Then from here, I low ton, I switch, and then Mike's going to switch on the other side. So I start it, but Mike finishes this switch. Okay? I start, Mike finishes this switch. Okay? And if you notice, we don't stop rolling the other arm. Right? See? Okay? The other arm just keeps moving. Right? This is the low ton switch. Another thing I see a lot of people doing when they're doing chi style, you guys also have to practice this. Especially when you guys bong sao. When you bong sao, see my shoulder come up? I see this a lot. See this? Now if you look, see how I'm tilted? My shoulder tilted? Like this? Right? This is absolutely no good. Why? Because as soon as I tilt my shoulder up, yeah. Me. He says exactly. He's going to get under you, and he's not going to let you recover because you're sacrificing your entire balance. Okay. This is the same thing. If Mike comes in, let's say he's a wrestler. He comes in and he comes in and he shoots for a single leg or a double leg. Okay. See how Mike's head is on this side? He's behind. No. Put your hand behind my other knee. And this hand. Yeah. See. Like this. This is the way that you're going to do it. Now see his head, right? Let's move over this way. Yeah. Right? So back is straight, Mike. Yeah. See? Always you lift with your legs, not your back, right? So he's ready to lift me up and dump me to my side. Yeah. See? Now, if you notice my shoulders, okay? If I tried to, because one of the important things to do when a wrestler comes into your space like this is to control his head, right? Okay, because a wrestler's the most dangerous part of a wrestler once he's in, he takes you down not with his feet, his feet. He takes you down with his head. See, he goes like this, right? I'm in, right? He shoots in. I grab behind his legs. I hook, and now I don't lift him up and then dump him. This is not a good wrestler. A good wrestler is going to use his head, right? See my head? I'm going to push it this way. See what it does to Mike's weight? Here, come here, Mike. Right? And I'm going to push him this way, and I'm going to keep turning him. See? See how I follow him with my head? Right? That's what's going to take Mike down. All right? So a good wrestler knows this. His most dangerous tool is his head once he's in close. Right? So controlling the opponent's head is the most important thing, right? So now if Mike gets me into a double leg, okay? Now, the worst thing you can do here is watch my shoulder. See? I try to control his head, but look at my shoulders. Yeah, I'm helping him. A wrestler's going to do what's called cut the corner. Mike is trying to cut the corner. My body is the corner. He's going to cut the corner. See? Yeah. He wants to get all my weight on my one leg. He uses his head. See? Yeah. Okay? Now he's going to dump me. Right? How does he do that? He uses his head. Now, if Mike goes down. Sorry, Mikey. All right? If I try to reach up, see my shoulder? Right? No. So, see my shoulder? It pops up just like your bad bong sao. This is helping him cut the corner. I'm helping him put me to the side. He's going to lift his head. He's going to bring me up. Go ahead, Mikey. Yeah, okay. You can't do that. All right. If his head is high, you have to use part of your chum Q form, right? This is getting off the switching, but it's important because you realize how important the shoulder is, right? But we're going to get into more how to avoid the takedown in the future, because it's important. But now you realize you cannot let your shoulders tilt. So if Mike's head is really high and I can't get on top of his arm because I'm going to sacrifice my structure, right? Then what do? Right? I'm going to keep my elbows, my shoulders level, right? I'm going to bring my hand, my arm underneath his face. See this? This is a tan sao position, right? right? And then I'm going, see my shoulders are still level, right? And then I'm going to come up, okay? And then back down, right? Okay, now he's in front of me, okay? Now I can push away, or I can come in, or if he still has, he's not going to let go of my legs, okay? Now it's a good wrestler. He's going to come up, all right? If his head is down, then easy. Just do this, because now your shoulder's level, easy. But a wrestler's head is going to be high. He's too smart for this. So what do? I bring my arm under, town up. Don't let go of my legs. He's not going to let go of your leg, okay? Then I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to sprawl on top of him, and that's what's going to drive him back onto the mat. Okay? So you bring his head back to the center, then I lay on top of him with my hips. Gunslinger. Right? So that's why your shoulder alignment, it's so important, not only in your chi sao, but when we get into other things, it's very, very important. Okay? That's how come you can't be swinging your shoulders up level like this, and you just can't do this position. It's not good. All right? So when you're doing your chi sao, make sure your shoulders are level and pinned. Pinned. Relax. Okay? All right? Like this. All right? Your structure is relaxed. You're focusing on your elbows, right? And working the low tan switch, right? Low tan, my Indiana Jones. Cycle. Low tan, Mike Indiana Jones. Cycle. See? A lot of elbow control here. A lot of elbow control, see? I don't let my elbow swing. Okay? I'm giving him over way in, see? See my elbow? Wow. You see that?
Do it again.
Right here? Wow. See? And he feels like I'm rolling, like I don't give him, I still have this, he still feels my pressure. See?
Even if I
if Mike tries to punch me here, see? He runs into my wall. But if I let my elbow out even a little bit, yeah, see, he comes in, right? Easy. Okay? So you have to control your elbow. Okay? This comes from your Silam Tao form, right? Okay? When you come out or you punch, see my elbow? Right? This way. See the elbow? Okay? Not like this. Not like this. See? This way. Don't do that. See? Elbow comes out, swings out. It's a bad habit. Right? Down. Up. Boom. See? It's all in the wrist. It's not in the elbow. Okay? You got to practice. Right? So that's where you can practice that, is in your form. Right? Your Silam Tao form. Right? So the next one is the high Fuq switch. Okay? High Fuq. So we have a low tan switch. Right? Now we have a high Fuq switch. Okay? Right? Bend your knees, Mike. Good. This is also important, right? Okay, your knees. Mike makes a mistake a lot of times. He's standing too upright. Right? But then he's too upright. It's very easy to take you off balance. Okay? You want to be relaxed. You treat your legs like your arms. I always tell you this. The shoulder is the hip. Your elbow is your knee. Your wrist is your ankle. Your hand is your foot. So this is a pak sao. Right? Pak sao. Right? Pak sao. See my hand position? My foot position? Pak sao. Right? You treat everything the same. Right? The foot, the hand is exactly the same. I always tell you this part, elbow to your hand, to your wrist, is soft as a blade of grass. Right? When you do it, your knee to your ankle. Right? Soft as a blade of grass. It should be like a shock, a spring. So when you're doing your Silam Tao, they should be relaxed. They should be like a spring. If you're holding yourself up, they're not springs anymore. Okay? You have to be relaxed. So
Stilts.
Exactly. They become stilts, right? Like the clowns, they go like that with the big stilts, right? So you just kick that sucker, bang! You go falling, right? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to hold yourself up. You want to be relaxed, okay? Be careful your knee position. I sound like a broken record, right? I keep telling you everyone the same thing over and over and over again. But that's how important these things are, you know? People keep but the questions you guys give me, it's always the same answer. Go back, look at your form. Go back, look at your structure. Go back and look at the physics of what you're doing to your body. Okay? You guys, some of you guys, oh, my knee is hurting, right? Well, one is don't do this, right? You're overstressing the knees, right? Two is don't do chi sao and bring the knees forward of your toes, right? I always tell you to make sure that your knees are directly in line with your toes, but not forward of your toes. Okay? I do chi sao like this, right? A few minutes later, my knees hurt. My knees ache. Why do my knees ache? Well, I'm doing the form, right? And my knees are like this. And I'm doing the form, and my knees hurt. After I do the form for a few minutes, you go, why does my knees hurt? It's because you're trying to hold up weight without the right physics. Okay? It's just like weightlifting. They teach you when you weightlift, right? You cannot allow the knees, when you squat, to go in front of your toes like this. This is dangerous while on your back and your knees, right? This is horrible, right? What do? You sit back and put the weight on your heels. So when you squat, right, the weight stays on your heels, but you see my knees, they're still in line with my toes. This is the way you squat, like that, right? Okay, so it's the same. Weightlifting, the physics are all the same. Physics is physics. Okay, the best way to hold your body or the best way to lift a leg, it's all the same. The physics is the same. It doesn't matter. Okay, like we worked on the double leg, the single leg, right? Okay, I don't want to be like this. This is horrible, right? Here, right? If I'm like this, and Mike steps back with one leg, okay, and I try to still lift like this is horrible. I'm going to hurt myself. So what do? Okay, I'm here. I just bring both my knees, right, and I drop them to the ground, okay, and sit close. See? Now I can still lift. Because why? Because I'm underneath him. My body is aligned. I can lift. See? I can continue to dump him on his back. So, physics is, in other words, physics is physics. It's not magic. It's not anything special. We're not doing anything like a trick. Okay? It's just good science. Okay? So, when you're doing your chi sao, relax your knees in. So last one, high fuke. See, now here I'm in high fuke. See? I say, hi fuke.
So awesome.
How you doing? You just called me an asshole.
He said hi Fook.
Oh! See
Wing
that?
Chun.
Oh my gosh. Should I hit him?
Wing Chun.
They're saying yes, Jen, you should hit him. Alright.
He does.
From here, high fuke. Okay? So what I'm doing now from here, we're going to show you one hand, is I'm going to drop my heavy elbow in a straight line. Not like this. This is a crappy high fuke, right? High fuke, see that? Center. Your fuke hand is your defending hand. It has to be the center. High fuke. Then you have low fuke. High fuke, low fuke, right? High fuke. High fuke. Alright? So from your high fuke, right? I'm going to drop the heavy elbow. Heavy elbow. When I do this, right, I'm going to come down. Now watch. I'm going straight down. I go high fuke. I come straight down Mike's center line. Right? When he does it, see? It pushes Mike's hand outside, and he wants to roll out and then come back at me, so I immediately have to do bong sao. Okay? You understand? So I high fuke. Pull straight down the center. He's going to roll out. And when we come back, now we've switched position. Okay? If I do high fuke and I go low and I drop the high fuke, right? And Mike rolls out, but he doesn't give me pressure, then I want to go in. There's no reason to do bong sao. He's not giving me any pressure. See that? Okay, so it's also a good time to go in. Sometimes people don't expect that, right? You high Fuchs switch, you high Fuchs, and yeah, see? If there's no pressure or light pressure, then you use the other hand, right? Pocket off you. Right? And don't do what I did. You step in, yeah, step in, right? Don't just reach in, right? It's a bad habit. Okay, got it? High Fuchs. Drop to the center line. He's going to roll out, and you notice we maintain this pressure between the touch. If I high Fuchs and I drop, and I don't maintain the Indiana Jones, and Mike rolls out, and I have less pressure, oh, he's going to collapse my arms. This is also a good time for him to go in. Okay? So you have to maintain the barrier, the wall, the strong elbow, right? And the Indiana Jones. Pressure. See, I come down. He feels my body structure here. See? See? He can't even go fast. My pressure slows him down. It's like a big gear, like 2 gears, right? Wow. He's touching my arm, big gear, right? My gear moves, but I'm moving slow. It forces him to move slow. If I move fast, he can move fast. See? I don't want him. He can try to go fast, but it doesn't. I won't allow him. The big gear slows him down. Right? Okay. Make sure you do what? You don't pop your shoulder up. Okay, like this. Yeah. Okay. It's not a good bong style. We covered that a long time ago, but you guys still need to practice this. It's the detail. The detail. That's what makes a good Wing Chun practitioner. It's not how much technique you know. It's not all the stuff you know. It's how well you know three things. Pak, Tan, and La. Or Pak, Tan, Fuch. Pak, Tan, Fuch. Right? How well you know those 3 movements. Alright, so now, what does the other hand do? Well, this time, when I do high Fuchs switch, this other hand, my low tan, does not move. Okay? I stop, I low tan, right? Okay? Now we switch, now I roll. Right? Now I'm going to switch the low tan on the other side. So, this one, I start the high Fuchs switch. I start the switch, right? And now the other side, I finish with a low tan. So I finish the switch. So I do everything on the switch, right? I high Fuchs, stop, I high Fuchs, and then I roll out on the other side. I high Fuchs, I roll out on the other side. So I high Fuchs, roll out. Okay, so Mike's going to do it on me. He high Fuchs switch, roll out on the other side. High Fuchs switch, and I roll out on the other side. Okay? Okay? So you have a lot of different hand positions that we're doing in this position. See, he switches, he high Fuchs. See, now both my hands are outside his arms. Right? He can stay there if he wants. Okay? But he wants to get back to a fair game, which is one hand in, one hand out. Right? But he just wants to switch. I use this a lot too when I'm doing Chi Sao with other people. After a while, you get to feel you feel where that person is weak. Usually, people have a favorite side in Chi Sao. Okay? They practice one certain side, either this side, right, or switch this side. They usually have a favorite side, right? And if you can figure that out really quick, then you constantly force them back to that side. Okay? They want to go on their strong side. You keep them in their weak side. See what I mean? So, if let's say this is Mike's.
I'm not telling you.
Let's say this is Mike's weak side. He doesn't like it. He's going to try to switch. Right? So he's going to try to switch. But when he switches, I switch back to the same side. See? See? I switch back to the same side.
No.
See? Or he high Fuchs. Right? Okay? And he switches, but right away, see, I switch back on him. See? See? I always keep him on this side. See? This hand's inside. I don't allow him to do switch to the other side. So that way you guys you can play, have fun. But why do we do this? Okay, we'll get into also cross hand chi style and inside cross hand chi style in another video, right? But at least right now you get 4 different hand positions, right? Hold your hands out. Both hands out, both hands in, one hand out, one hand in, one hand out, one hand in. Okay? And if we're in a fight, okay, and Mike punches me, sure, and I see, now, both hands are outside, see? Both my hands are outside Mike's arm. Okay? But maybe Mike punches, right? And then you see, now my one hand is outside and the other hand's inside. Okay? See what I mean? Okay? Or you come in, you try to grab, no. You try to grab me, right? See, now both my hands are inside. Right? Okay? So, you have to practice because you never know what hand position you're going to get into. So you have to be ready to play chi style once you get into when you're sparring. You have to be able to quickly, right, get to chi style position and recognize where your hands are at. And if you need to switch, you can switch. Okay? And I think that's it. All right, so little by little, I know you guys all want to see sparring, but what I didn't want to do is like you guys have been asking for sparring videos for a long time, right? Since we started. Yeah, since we started. Right? I didn't want to just put up a video of me just doing all, and sparring, and then you guys go, oh, but you're not going to understand a lot of the stuff I'm doing. You're not going to understand the detail. You're just going to see 2 people fighting, and you're going to go, I don't get it, or you're not going to pick up the detail. I said, come on, wait. Just like you guys want to rush, get into Chum Kiu, right? We haven't even finished the Chum Kiu form, right? We're taking our time. Why? Because you have to know the detail. There's no purpose in learning something you don't have no clue what it's for, or you only have a vague clue, a shallow clue of what you're doing. No, you got to research each element and really mine it. Okay? You understand? It's like I always I look at my training. What you see is the tip of the iceberg, right? The tip of the iceberg. Okay? But what you guys don't see is the body of ice. The heat, it's a massive body of ice that holds that little idea up. Okay? So you see something like we talked about today, right? Bong sao, when you bong sao, you don't raise your shoulder, right? But even that, it's a little idea. Don't pop your shoulder. Or keep your shoulder pinned, right? That little idea. And why that is so important, that concept is so important, we're going to mine all that information. That's that body of ice that's supporting that idea. Why do we need to keep our shoulder down? Why do we need to keep it pinned? As we get along, we're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're going to go, oh, I'm starting to get it. And then once you think you get it, then we're going to go even deeper, and you go, oh, I get it more, right? So that to me is more important than just having a shallow understanding of the concepts, right? So just patience, right? Patience. We're getting to sparring. We're getting more people who have other martial arts skills in here, which is great. You know, my friends, which I think is important to also train with people like that. Grapplers, jiu-jitsu guys, wrestlers, judo guys, boxers, Muay Thai, right? Kickboxers, all of that. MMA guys, you know, mixed martial artists, Taekwondo, right? All that stuff. That way, it's just like Chi Sao. Then you start to get a feel of several different people. And when you Chi Sao with different types of people and different types of energy, your skill gets better, right? So that's where we're heading. We're heading to sparring. And we are going to get there, but we're going to get there with an understanding of what you guys are doing along the way. I don't want you guys just rushing through, right? And I think it's a big mistake for Wing Chun schools to sign up students and then they rush through the forms. Then a month or 2 months, 3 months later, they slap sparring equipment on these people, and then they go at it. Then it looks like a mess. It looks like a. It doesn't look like anything. It looks horrible. It looks like crappy kickboxing, really bad kickboxing, right? Or amateur grappling, right? It's just horrible, right? Because they don't have an understanding of the concepts yet. And then they pick up with these bad mistakes, and it takes them forever now to get rid of those mistakes or to go backwards and retrain. It's a nightmare. So for me, slow patience, get a deep understanding of your training, and along the way, you guys will be when you guys are getting into sparring, you guys are ready, right? But until then, got to keep practicing, got to keep training the tools required to get there, right? And get a deep understanding of the concepts. Okay, so little patience, keep training, keep practicing, and we'll get there soon. All right, thank you very much.